Hey, it's the Nerdlings podcast, number 487, for the purpose of critique, review, and education in the Fair Use Act of 1976. We are promoting and playing a lot of rare music, and I'm WC Chronicles. Call me that, call me whatever you want. On the phone calling from Jersey is...
Virginia, not Jersey anymore, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia Vic this week. Okay.
No, my friend passed away, so I'm not really up there that much. Remember in December, so it's kind of like I'm getting a spot here with my mother. So I'll be in Virginia for a while. It's good, it's good, but it's so boring. It's like now I know what beavers do to turn around, I guess, to do a dam. They keep using their teeth with nothing to do. They keep gnawing at that wood. You know what I mean? And keep pulling out that. That's what I feel like. Yeah, with the pollen and everything and the pine needles. My goodness.
Well,
You guys have
yeah.
you had allergies in Vegas?
Well, yeah, allergies are going on as present time, and also we just hit our second day of a temperature of 106 degrees, so it kind of makes it, I don't want to go outside in the afternoon feeling.
Hey, talking about that, did you guys have an earthquake 4.1 on the Richter scale yesterday?
Yes, we did, right
Did
at
you
about...
feel it?
I felt it. Well, but the funny part for me
Oh,
is I was actually on the phone with one of my customers. A customer says, "Oh, I just felt an earthquake." And about 1.1 seconds later, I felt it where I was at.
oh, wow. Everybody okay? No damage?
Oh yeah, they just, got to pick up the beer bottle, that's all. Kind of thing. You're going to have a lot to shake Las Vegas, I think, to really get it under some kind of contamination code or something.
The COVID.
Yeah. All right. So before we jump into our usual Springsteen stuff and our continuing of the dissection, archaeology, activationology of Born in the USA, I want to talk about something because it's one of those free channels online. It's Tubi, Tubi. Are you familiar with this website?
Tubi, isn't that like that other one, Instagram or something like that, or Netflix or something?
Yes, but it's a free movie website. Correct. That's correct. Okay. You don't pay a subscription for it. There are commercials that pop up. But here's what I've discovered on it is there is a gold mine of nerd cartoons on there from the past. I cannot believe what I have come across here. So
What what have you come across? That's pretty cool.
well, the one I came across, and I don't even think you're familiar with this cartoon. It's called Ben 10. Are you familiar with this one at all?
No, who is Ben 10?
Who is Ben 10? Well, let me play the theme song first, okay? Let me play this theme song, all right?
It started when an alien device did what it did and stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid, he's Ben 10. So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, fast and strong, he's every shape and size, he's Ben 10. Army powers, he's on the case, fighting off evil from Earth or space. He'll never stop till he makes them pay, 'cause he's the baddest kid to ever save the day. Ben 10.
Okay, so that's the intro for Ben 10, and you're probably wondering, what the hell did I just listen to?
Oh, yeah, is that from the 60s or 70s?
That is the cartoon, the animated cartoon, Ben 10, but it was from 2005 to 2008. 4 seasons, 49 episodes, followed by 4 more reboots of following these characters, okay? I'll give you the synopsis if you're not familiar with it, which obviously you're not. It follows 10-year-old Ben Tennyson on his adventures with his grandpa and his cousin, and he ends up getting this watch, called the Omnitrix watch, which allows him to turn into 10 different aliens of DNA that has been combined with his, basically. and it
So it's
follows.
kind of like Peter Parker from Spider-Man when he gets bit by the spider, something on that line.
Yeah, something on that line. Yeah, yeah.
Cool,
Because
cool.
it follows the story of his adventures. And I remember and it's very simple to watch. There's no pressure. And I think it's just one of those cool things to watch when you don't want to engage with the news media these days. No one wants to do this bullshit.
Nice, nice.
But there's also a ton of other Cartoon Network classics on there. Ed and Eddie, Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Laboratory. I'm still
How about
dying.
the Flintstones
Yeah,
or
there's some Flintstones on there as well as the
oh,
movie.
nice.
So go check out Tubi.com. I cannot believe, and I've just been falling asleep at night and letting it play like white noise
Oh,
to
cool.
some
I
of these.
love certain Flintstones, like when they go to Vegas Rock Vegas, or they go Sabretooth on betting and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's even before I was alive. So that's good stuff I like to watch. You know, another thing I like to watch, um, long time ago, called The Untouchables from the 1950s.
Yes, that's another good one. Yes, I mean, Tubi.
And
I don't.
another one,
It's
Highway Patrol.
Highway Patrol. I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, that's cool. It's about police officers and stuff, and it's good stuff. But they have an old, like an actual siren, and people pull over, not like nowadays. Cool stuff.
That is cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping they bring back the other Ben 10s because the reboots that they've done over the last 20 years are following him as he gets older, step by step through his life and having his cousin and his nemesis and the other characters. It is really good. It is really a fun cartoon to watch. Okay.
Cool.
So that's my plug for Tubi. All right. But before we go, I know that theme song sounds a little weird, like maybe something high pitched Weird Al Yankovic vocals. But here is a cover version I found that some guy named Thomas Straighten, a musician, recreates a theme song from the cartoon. So let me play this just so you kind of clear it out in your head, okay?
Cool.
When an alien device did what it did and stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid, he's Ben 10. Ben 10. So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, fast and strong, he's every shape and size, he's Ben 10. Ben 10. With powers, he's on the case, fighting on people from Earth or space. He'll never stop till he makes them pay, 'cause he's the baddest kid to ever save the day. Ben 10, Ben 10, Ben 10, Ben 10, Ben 10, Ben 10.
Just an exact perfect match of the original or the other actual cartoon going on there.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now, before I play our classes in session, we get back to Born in the USA. I want to state that we are going to be adding another new podcast topic. All right. With you want to say what's that? Tell me all about it.
Sure. What's that? Tell me all about it. I can't wait to turn around and, how do they say, break into the show business.
Yes, yes. So, with all the hype and the repopularity of Michael Jackson going on, to me, I mean, as they say, the movie missed a lot of spots about his life, and they're going to be putting a second one out. But there's also a lot of music. I really dislike it when people are criticize things and they weren't even born there to live out that part of history, you know. So basically, it's going to be a Michael Jackson career retrospective, like a rarities box set that we're going to put
Nice.
together. One
Nice.
one song or two songs at a time because, well, we were kind of there. We know a little bit more, you know. It's like they say, like, you don't know anything, I know more than you. I was there, kind of thing.
Well, the funny thing is, I went to one of his concerts. I think I said before, and I actually saw him throw the derby out, the black derby. And I was in the nosebleeds with my sister at the time. But you just wish you grabbed that derby because that was just like spot magic when he did that.
Oh man, can you imagine having that and then
Oh,
oh,
wow.
wow, that'd be like one for the collection you wouldn't sell at all.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be something you have so hidden in Mabel's vault. Mabel wouldn't even remember it was there because that'd be your like special part of it.
Yes, yes, it would. It would. So anyway, that podcast we're going to be doing the recording after. We're going to. That's what's coming up, and going to be coming on. Only doing one or two songs. Not going to be doing anything like what we're doing for the Thriller album. That's going to be in the future right now. But anyway, let's play Classes in Session and get this class started for the Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA continuation. Let's do this.
Cool.
Aloha. My name is Mr. Han. I have but one question for you. Can you attend my class? It is for your own good, and if you can't make it, I can make you.
Classes in session. Settle down, settle down. I'm Professor W.C. Chronicles, and we are talking about Bruce Springsteen. And today you're going to be guessing, as usual, playing along a few games with, what was your name again, sir?
Just Mike.
Just
today.
Mike. Okay, Just Mike. Just Mike in Virginia, currently.
Yes. You know what's funny? My nephew graduates tomorrow. He's 18. He graduates high school, and they're having all the ceremonies and stuff. I just went and did the math. I graduated in 1988. That's 38 years ago. I can't believe it. I'm not even going to ask when you graduated because it has to be like, what, about 37, 38 years ago, too? It's like, wow, what happened?
1985 is when I graduated because that's where we got all this knowledge about this music because we were there. We were the astronauts on the ground at the time.
You know what's funny? That's when they had the original MTV when it kicked off and they had the VJs and everything, and they said it would never make it. Look, it became something that pushed all the concerts. You remember when they used to come up and say, oh, I remember one time, it would be like, oh, the concerts are coming. Everything was so different back then. Easy. You know what I mean?
It was easy. I mean, the MTV, it was the only red tape or kind of barbed wire stopping you from getting to the MTV was if your parents didn't have a cable TV connection or the contract or have it in their home.
Yeah, that was it. We had to watch Friday night videos. We didn't have cable for a while.
Yeah, and then sometimes there was a public PBS also had, I can't remember what it was called, but they would also have music videos they would show as well. And they
Talking about PBS, you remember a show called Nickelodeon?
Of course.
I'm trying to think of the name of it. Double Dare.
Double Dare. Now, I'm one of those people that did not have cable TV, and I didn't even have it. I didn't pay for it when in the late 80s or 90s. So, I mean, I knew what Nickelodeon was, but I didn't have it. So,
Okay, well, real fast, there is talk about Squirrel Double Off Serendipity.
mm-hmm.
There is, who Mark Wahlberg is. He just turned 55, the singer.
Of course, yes.
I met the other Mark Wahlberg who does PBS Roadshow.
Okay.
I met him in the crosswalk between the Palms at the time and the Gold Coast, and he took a picture, and I just found the selfie from 12 years ago. I can't believe it.
Oh, wow. The things you can find in the middle of a crosswalk.
Yeah, exactly.
Or an elevator, one of the two.
Exactly.
Well, all right. So you're going to be guessing about an instrumentation version of Born in the USA. You're going to be guessing a language, and then you're also going to be guessing a performer. So you got 3 questions coming up here, and then we're also going to be visiting track 2 on the 12-inch vinyl mix. All right. Are you ready?
Fired up, ready to go.
All right. So here's your first one. This is basically from where is it? What year? I don't see the year. 1998, I believe. This is a person, his name is Eric Rigler. His version of Born in the USA. It's only 1 minute and 4 seconds, all right? But he has worked with the likes of Phil Collins, Paul McCartney, Whitney Houston. He's done soundtrack work on Titanic, Austin Powers. Very well known, very, very person in demand, but you're guessing the instrument, okay? Here we roll.
Okay.
Okay, can you make a guess of what instrument that is, Just Mike, in Virginia?
Bagpipes.
Yes, bang, you got it. It is the bagpipes. That is correct.
Wow, I could picture that being in Scotland, just hearing that as like as the sun rises, like on whatever whatever they have, the bogs or whatever. Oh my gosh, that was fascinating.
Bagpipes, some people, write them off, but they are a good instrument. I mean, come on, Bon Scott, they used it in the AC/DC song, which I can't remember at this time, which is okay. All right, so you got that one. Here is our next one. Now, this is a weird one, dating back to 1995. The band is called JBO, the James Blast Orchestra. Okay?
Okay,
They are kind of a heavy metal parody band. All right? I'm just going to play the track, and you could try to figure out the language, and then I will give you the additional information about it, because it's very funny once you think about it. All right, here we roll.
cool.
Mandag mängd rostig sjabbel om dag. Anders noten kom slutet bilen man. Vida Anders sprit sätter heroin. Pratar slimste extas. Hon har exet i ben. Hon in der Nase. Ich muss. Hon in der Nase. Hon in der Nase. Born in der Nase, ganz lieb, born in der Nase, born in der Nase, born in der Nase, bis zum Anschlag, bis ganz oben, es muss alles raus, alles, ich hol alles raus, alles, hört ihr, alles hol ich raus, aus meiner Nase. Born in der Nase, born in der Nase.
Okay, definitely a novelty song coming in just under 2 minutes. Do you have any guesses of what language that is?
Korean.
That's a nice guess, but no, not Korean.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to go with something obscure and say Prague.
Prague. Prague is a city, but that's not a
Okay.
language.
All right.
You're in the right area of the country, the
All
world.
right. Let me see. Because I could picture them hitting a gong. You know what I mean? Like early, like in the mood thing. What is that? What would you say? Like
The Gong
how
Show?
about Japanese?
No, not Japanese. The album is called Explicit Lyric, and it's spelled EXPLIZITE LYRIK. So put a different little spelling on Explicit Lyric there.
I'm gonna go with China.
Nope, not China. Let me give you a little more information about it, because it is a parody. What you just heard loosely interpretates to, instead of Born in the USA, Digging the Nose. Okay? Also kind of translated, here's the boss still drilling himself. Okay?
Wow.
These are the translated lyrics that you just heard, okay, in the song. Some people smoke 6 packs a day. Others snort coke for a lot of money. Still others inject heroin, but the worst thing is what I'm addicted to. Pick in my nose. I have to pick my nose. In my nose, pick. In my nose, I have to pick in my nose.
Okay, I'm gonna go with oh my gosh, Australia. Or the Aussie Outback.
That's a good one, but they speak English.
Yeah, I know, but they got that weird, like that, like the Outback type of thing.
That that that
Maybe.
that bizarre sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I give up then. I have no clue.
It
You got
it
me in that.
it is German. But you just
German, I would have never thought that.
well, you were close to it when you said Prague. My brain's farting on what country that's from, but still, you were close to it.
Oh, hey, that's not bad. I'll take it.
Hey, it was pretty good. I mean, it's one of the. I mean, there's a few other more parodies got in line coming up in other podcasts, but I just like that one because drilling, drilling and picking your nose.
Yeah, because I saw a show on Opal and the Outback and different things on how they go opal mining, but they go through
Yeah.
opal mining shafts,
Uh-huh.
like that have been there 100 years ago, 50 years ago, like they revisit gold mines like we did that time. Remember? In Needles,
Yes.
Nevada, you can't do that. Well, they find some spots that have like opal running through a vein because they re-blast it or a different type of technology or whatever. So I was going to say like the Outback because they have that crazy mentality, like Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yep, that's true. I mean, you want to start on, you got to thank Paul Hogan for giving us,
Yes.
the start of everything for Aussie.
Remember, you think this is a knife? This is a knife, mate.
Exactly, and then Olivia Newton-John. You also had the music group that did the Beds Are Burning. What was that song? I can't remember. But then you also had Men at Work, Down
And it
Under.
worked, yes.
Such a lot of good Aussie culture has become in America. Nice.
Plus, there was a movie, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, from there too. If you ever saw that, that's right up the alley. If you know what that one's about,
All right,
drag queens driving through the desert. It's funny. It's a very well acted movie there.
That's one I guess I got to check out. All right. So anyway, let's now play what we got here. This is what's known as the dub mix of Born in the USA from the 12-inch vinyl version that was released, coming in at 7:36. Let's play this. Here we are.
Do us
right, there you have it. I like dub mixes because they kind of give a whole new twist on the instrumentation, the drums, and everything that you don't hear anyplace else. They live right there on 12-inch album maxis.
Couldn't have said it better than that. That's just one of those things that you're blessed that you even got to hear, like snare drums or something. You know what I mean? Different things
Exactly.
you don't hear. It's like, oh, there's some good stuff.
It keeps you young. A dub mix does. All right, we're down to our last thing we're going to be playing here, and you're going to be guessing who is this singing. All right, the audio is a little rough. I tried to bump it up a little bit, but then the music starts to drown out the singer. But this comes from February 3rd, 2013, Music Cares charity. All right.
Okay, cool.
All right, you're guessing who is the musician. Here we roll.
You
Okay, do you have any guesses? Just Mike from Virginia.
Bob Dylan.
That's a nice guess, but no.
Ted Nugent.
Not Ted Nugent. Nope. Still, those are good
Ooh,
guesses.
Bon Jovi.
Nope. Another good one, but nope.
Nope, I got to give up after 3. I couldn't even.
His backing band he calls Crazy Horse.
No clue.
His first name starts with a letter N. His last name starts with a letter Y.
No clue.
Neil Young and Crazy Horse.
Oh, I wouldn't even recognize that because there's so many versions. Even what's his name? That sounds like that. Neil Diamond's got the same kind of pitch in there. If you know.
Yeah,
You know?
it does sound. It does have a little bit like that. A little bit from his '80s stuff. So yes. Plus, Neil Young. Not really. I mean, I like Neil Young. He's got a lot of good writings and stuff. But I think it's just that audio. It's not that well.
Yeah,
maintenance.
it's good though. It's like that good old band music. Like if you go to what do you call it? Like a garage sale or something, they still have them. You find like them old tracks, like the tape actual one from the 60s, 70s, when they run them like that.
Yeah.
That's something awesome. That'd be like a uniquity, rarity thing, like getting a Michael Jackson out or something. Hey, real fast, you
Yes, sir.
remember Cheech and Chong did a spin-off of that, Born in East LA?
That will be one of our parodies that will be coming up for sure. That's a
Cool,
promise.
man. I mean, that was like, wow, remember? And it was like, hey, and everybody runs at the back of the truck. I tell you what, if you think about it, Springsteen, they used to call him Jersey Boy. He's got one of the greatest followings for like the last 45, 50 years. It's good. It's good to rip into this,
It is. So we got a few of those parodies coming up, and that was the first one. The boss digs his nose for nose picking.
That was pretty cool. I would have never expect German. More Aussie,
That's a good one. All right, so let's play this class dismissed, and also, if you're done listening to this, tune in to our podcast that we're doing about Michael Jackson's rarities. I haven't decided the title of the podcast yet, but it'll be there soon. So, class dismissed.
Class dismissed!